Hello, Jasmine here from LVL UP Consulting with this week's project management tip of the week. And this week's tip is how to communicate effectively with your project team. So this, in my opinion, is the most important skill to be a really effective project manager or project lead, and in fact, a project support person as well. Why? Because it's often very challenging when you are quite literally herding cats in projects. You may have dedicated project resources, or you might be working with people who have a day job. So how you communicate with them and when you communicate them is going to be the difference between, an uphill battle and a really smooth, easy to manage project. So what are my tips? First and foremost, communicate clearly. Say what you mean and mean what you say, and make sure it's written in plain English in a really simple format every single time. Of course, when you are communicating clearly, make sure it's in a format that anyone can access at any time. So that could be an email or, Teams chat that everyone can see. Clear communications. My second tip is to have consistent communications. So if you have an approach where you check in with the team, make sure it's at the same time or the same day every week. Same with your status reporting and same with your communications to your sponsor. If you have consistency, then you're less likely for people to miss your communications because they're almost intrinsically waiting for you to communicate with them. And then my last tip for communications, the 3 C's of communication, I'm going to call them also the 3 C's of change management, and that is to be credible. So before you communicate, make sure you're asking the logical questions, make sure you've done your background research, make sure you are coming into that communication well informed and you're very clear on what you're asking that other person to do or to respond with to action as part of your communications. So be clear, consistent and credible, and that is how you'll communicate effectively with your project team. I'll see you next time for our project management tip of the week.